Hello everyone, I'm Tom with Stock Navigators, and this is a weekly market forecast for the week of September 12, 2021. We have a short week. The market is closing on Friday with all the major indices in red. Is the market going to give up after a long uptrend since pandemic, or markets just make another pullback and then continue to go up again? Or this time will be a deeper correction? Is it still good time to buy the dip? I will go over the chart so that you can see all the case scenarios that will lead us to and prepare for the next week trading. Then we will find some strong stock that are still on the move. The S&P 500 market rally pulled back last week with losses picked up theme on Friday, led by Apple, Google, and Tesla stock. Last week on the economy report, the U.S. Producer Price Index raised more than expected, caused a little bit of concern there. New coronavirus case is lower a little bit, which is a good news. The Fed is also see the economic growth is lower over the past 2 months, which is not so good. The jobless claim fell to the new low, which is good. The market is kind of choppy around to digest the good and the bad news. Next week, we will get the consumer price index, retail sale, and consumer sentiment report will be released next week. So that's also important indicator we need to watch. We also get the quadruple switch day for the future and option expire on Friday, which will cause more volatile on the market. Like I said before, September, based on the historical 30, is a choppy month. So you yet be prepared for the bumpy and choppy week. Now let's take a look on the major indices to see what they are doing so that we can see where we are at. So if you look at the chart in front of you, that the S&P 500, as you can see here, look at last year on September, the market is pulled back down, and then they hit high almost a couple of weeks on the month of September, and then they pull back up, and then they slam it down October until almost the end of October before they be able to get back up and running again. And every time you see here when we have a quadruple expiration date, okay, so you can see that the market kind of choppy. It on December, on March, okay, on June, and now here we are again on September expiration quadruple which day, and then you can see that the market it also put it back down. So are we going to see something similar to September last year? Maybe, maybe not. So right now, as you can see here, in the past, the S&P 500 be able to hold up very well at the 50-day moving average here. So as long as they still can stay above the support here, the market is still able to bounce back up and continue to go upside. So we have to be monitor carefully next week to see how the market they react when they pull back to the red line here. And if they be able to hold up, they still be able to push it up again. So if they miss it and then they continue to go down, you can see the next support here will be down below here, and we will monitor and see how they're going to do that. Okay, so right now I think that we will have definitely we gain some losing some momentum here. So the first level of support here we'll probably see something similar to it, but in the smaller scale. So let's see how they lay out next week, and then and we can monitor them. And if you look at the Nasdaq, it also pulled back down. So you can see that a lot of technology stock, they also pulled back down also. Okay, and let's see how far they can go. They have a strong support here and over here also. And look at the Dow. It also the Dow couldn't make it high. They stuck in the range here, and then they failed to make it high here, so they put it back down. So this is a level of support. If we punch through the support, we can get down below here before we can find support and put it back up. The Russell 2000 is still range bound between the top and the bottom here. So they go down to the buy zone, they put back to the sell zone. So they After they break out here, now they pull back and retest. If they can hold on to it, and then they do have a chance to find a way to put it back up. But if they fail to hold up at this level, they can pull back down to a little bit low before they can bow back up. So look at the crude oil. The crude oil is still trying to hang tight to the upside here. They have strong resistance here. In order for them to go higher, they need to break out this level and continue to push it back up. Gold is still choppy around. They put it back up, could make it high, so they pull back down. So they have a strong support at this level, but technically they are still kind of a little bit bearish here. Okay, but they still hold up in the support area here. So watch out for the support here to see what they're going to do when they get there. If you look at the Bitcoin, the Bitcoin is also put it back down after they hit right into the resistance here, and then people take some profit because they have a nice move from down here to up here, noting it go up forever. So they have to pull back to gain some more momentum. So this is the support area that they are looking for before they can bounce back up. And Ethereum, it also hit to the sell zone again, and then people slam it down. So this is the level of support that we are trying to see that they will be able to hold up, okay, and bounce back up again. And if you look at the volatility index, you can see that on for Friday, the VIX pushed it back up. They call the market is slammed down high here. So on the way up, the VIX will have to encounter the downtrend resistance here. So if they push it back up, the market will continue to go down, but when they give up here, and the market will go up again. So let's see how they doing on Monday, and then we go from there. In the other hand, the 10-year Treasury note, it also put it up a little bit. So the interest rate they raise up on the 10-year, so they can cause some damage on the technology stock. Okay, so as you know that trading is a risky business. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme like many people are thinking. If you don't know technical analysis and understand the market psychology and proper risk management technique, then for sure you are at risk. The expert trader course offered by Stock Navigators will teach you the right education to fit your trading objective to be a successful trader or investor. We train, mentor, and empower thousands of our students to operate 100% independently to navigate the market with a confidence. But we understand that it's very hard for you to know everything overnight, so we will mentor and support you every day on our live Q&A with multiple instructors until you are successful, and we will guide you in our live 24-hour Discord community so that you can get support by our strong community with thousands of members so that you can follow along. This is the only way that you can build your own financial freedom and take care of your 401k. Now let's go deep inside the sector, and then we can looking for the good stock to trade for the next week. As you can see that the Apple stock, okay, so the Apple stock it show up on Friday because Apple is the heavy component at the 500. So they show up on Friday after the federal judge. They ruled that Apple must allow external payment for app developers such as the Epic Games, the creator of popular online Fortnite. The Apple Epic ruling also hit the Google parent company Alphabet, with the Google Play revenue also in doubt. So when Apple slam out, when the judge make a decision, so they will put up a lot of stuff that get benefit, like Roblox. They bounce back up after that news, and Unity software also get up from that news, but it hit right through resistance, so they pulled back there. And Electronic Arts also get the put up from that news also. So they are among the potential winners after the judge ruling. So let's see how they lay out. But then we will find out next week. So look at all the sector at B500. We are all finished in red, as you can see there. So the material sector, they try to put it back up, couldn't go higher, they pull back up. But some of the strong stock in the material, they are still doing well. So like Alcoa, it's also break out and continue to put it up to the upside. Lithium, this is like event, this is small cap stock. Okay, but uranium, it also shoot back up to the upside. As you see, it very strong momentum. Or another energy field, it also run it up, but it hit right the resistance. So those are strong stock with it, waited for them to pull back, okay, before they can find a way to put it up higher. The real estate sector, it also pulled back down last week after they run up to the top here. So right now they're looking for the support at this level. So some stock in this sector is still very strong. So we're looking for this sector to be stabilized, and we should focus on some of the strong stock here, like AMT. After they slam it down, they get back right to the support, and the buyer step back in here. A lot of builder construction is still doing well here. So like Top Build, BLD, so they put it back up, but they hit the resistance, so they need to pull back before they can build some momentum in order to break out this area there. The floor and decor, F and D, it's also strong there. They hit to the level of resistance there, so they need to be the way before they can continue to the upside. But though a strong stock, it's still outperforming the S&P 500. So they are a very strong stock there. KBR, that's another one that they try to hold up there, and PSA, okay, that's another one that still they pull back a little bit. Let's see if they can hold up here. If they can hold up here, they will continue to rebound to the upside. Okay, so on the on another sector, it have been pulled back also, that healthcare, biotech. So they hit to the top, they cannot go higher, they pull back down. But in this sector, we're looking for the support down below here. So they still have some room to put it back down there. And some of the strong stock in this sector, they pulled back, but they should be able to looking for the support at the area like REGN. Okay, the Pfizer still continue to put it back down. They have a support over here, and Johnson Johnson is also another weak one. They try to this one it have a more trouble here, so they are still continue to put it down there. But some of the strong one are still holding very well, like ALXO. So this one is still continue to make it high, low. We still have a lot of resistance on the top, but the momentum is still in the upside. Gillette, the medication treating coronavirus, they are still doing well here. So they put it back down. They have found a support here. Let's see if they're able to clear this resistance here again in order to move higher. So Moderna, that's one of the strongest one in the vaccine. So they come down, they push it back up, so they hit right into the resistance. So they will pull back a little bit, and then that one is very strong. They will continue to put it up in the future there. Okay, and if you look at the energy sector, it kind of still very weak. The energy, they have no momentum to go up. Everything is still put it back down here. So, but they have a support here. So they are still ribbing down. So they are more like sideways choppy here. Okay, so but it's more likely in the downside. So a lot of stock in this sector still go nowhere. Like Apache, they put it back up. Now they pull back down. So they still hold up here. Let's see what they're going to do next week. A lot of big ones like Chevron still have trouble to go higher, as you can see here. ExxonMobil is still in the downside, and some of the strong ones I mentioned last week is still doing well, like LPI is still hold tight to the upside, and EE they hit the resistance, so they pull back down a little bit, but RRC is still a very strong stock here, still push it up there and hold on to it right now. And OA, that's another one that they pull back, and then they're looking for some kind of support here. Okay, and if you look at the sector that I like the most, that's the XLK, which is technology. The technology overall is still bullish, but they are pulled back. So this is the level of support. If they break this support here, they will get right into here. So let's see how they are going to do next week there. A lot of stock that as you can see here, at the market pull back down. So you can see that the Apple already pulled back down, but they should be able to find support here. Let's see how they. This is a new that people get a little bit panicking, so they sell up. But the Apple should be able to hold up at this level. Amazon also put it back up right into the resistance here. Okay, and it still continue to be a resistance here, so they pull back before they can bounce back up. Facebook is the strongest one in the technology. They still hold up there. They are still push it up. They on Friday market going down, but they still hold up very tight there. And you can see Google, they pull back a little bit. So the technology sector software it also pull back down. So they have a gap here, it needs to be filled. So that let's see how they fill up this gap, and let's see if they can hold up there. The Microsoft, a strong one, it still cannot hold up to the sell up there, so they still slam it down there. Netflix is a strong one. Okay, Netflix they be able to run up, and now they get out to the resistance, so now they pull back. So this one will be a support. Let's see if they can hold up here and keep the momentum to the upside. They, you can see the Tesla stock, it also get a little bit trouble here after they hit to the resistance there. So now they pull back, but the overall trend is still bullish. So they come back, fill up the gap here. If they can hold on to it, they are still go sideways, but the overall trend is still bullish there. Okay. Let me see here. A lot of stock that I would like to show you, even though the market is in a little bit choppy there, but some stock it still hold up pretty well. That's the AMC. It still continue to make it high, low. Okay, so they are still trying to find a way to put it back up there. BMBL, which is another stock that they get benefits from last week after the MTCS, which is a match group. They be able to get into the SB 500. That's a good news for them, but they put right into the resistance, so they pull it back up. So let's see if they can hold up the momentum here. So to help the BMBL also get into resistance here, they shoot it up. So let's see if they be able to hold on to that momentum there. And some of the stocks like INVE, it's still very strong. They break out here with a nice base here and continue to the upside there. You also see some stuff like Peloton, BTON. They have some good news. They put it back up, but right into the resistance. So in order to go higher, they have to pass through this level and continue. Otherwise, they have to go sideways and build up momentum before they can break out again. Okay, and another strong stock. You can see here. Let me see a snap, but also at NAP. It's the whole time in the triangle here. So when they clear, either they break out. So you monitor this stock here. It's still a strong stock here. If they be able to break out of downtrend line here, they're going to continue to go upside. But if they break the support here, and they will go further south. But eventually they still hold up very strong here. So more likely the trend is still up if they can clear this resistance there. Okay, and another strong sector that we should pay attention, that a semiconductor. The semiconductor is still doing very well, as you can see here. On Friday they shoot it up in the morning, but they give up a little bit in the afternoon. But the overall trend is still bullish, and a lot of stock there is still in the same sector, like applied material. They push it back up, they pull back down. Let's see if they can hold on to it and continue to clear up this resistance here before they can continue there. But some of them are very strong, like Amber, Ambarella. They are very strong here. It's a little bit standard, but those stocks are one of the third best in the semiconductor. So if they pull back, they will give you a chance to buy it. And Nvidia, also another strong one, very strong stock. This one here, they hang around here, but it's still bullish stock. On semiconductor, it's also pretty strong. They break out the big base. They tested, they failed, and then they break out on Friday. So it means that they are still very strong to the upside. Okay, and look at the small cap stock or small and mid cap stock. They are still doing well. Let's take a look here. Like okay, this is ARKW. This one here, they have trouble to break through the resistance here, but they are still make it high low. They don't. If they clear this area here, they still hang around this triangle here. If they can clear this area here, that will be more bullish for them in the future. Okay, and if you look at the Bambi also in this group, they try to put it back up there. FFTY, it also have a nice run here. So now they pull back down a little bit. They have a strong support there before they can move higher. Palantir, BLTR, they try to get through this resistance here. So they tested a couple of times, they failed to make a high, but they are still holding on to the upside. So if they are able to break out the 2750 area here, you can looking for more upside in the future. Okay, and a couple of top like SQM. It's also pretty strong here. They will continue to make it high, low, and then they have a lot of resistance here, but the trend is still in the upside over there. So beside these stocks, if you are busy working, you can subscribe to our Watchlist premium watchlist, where I'll handpick about 5 best stocks every week and analyze in detail with the entry, stop loss, and the target so that you can follow. Remember, the market is in the choppy mode, so we have to be a little bit careful next week. Okay, this is the time for you to raise some cash, and then when the market finds support, the overall trend is still bullish. Okay, but in the short term, we will be a little bit choppy. So if you can raise your cash, and then when they pull back to the support, that will be a good time for you to get in and push it back up. I hope that you will enjoy my analysis. Please click the thumb up, like button below. Thank you for watching. Be safe and healthy. Good luck in your trading, and take care, everyone.